I bought this £70 eBay backbox and fitted it to my cheap Z3, but unfortunately, it makes your ears bleed.
In part 1, I tried out eBay's cheapest backbox to try and get a better sound for less cash. The box mostly sounds good, but it has a major issue. Horrible drone that makes the car sound terrible. Now, in part 2, I've got a plan to tackle it. The question is, can I finally get rid of that drone and make this exhaust sound right, or has this all been a waste of time and money?
Okay, so there's a few ways to reduce exhaust drone. You could buy a silencer or an inline resonator, but this is mostly guesswork. While it might make the drone quieter, it's unlikely to fix it altogether. The only way to completely eliminate drone is to fit a quarter-length resonator, also known as a J-pipe. It gets its name because it is 1/4 the length of the wavelength of the sound you are trying to eliminate, i.e. the drone. So if this is our original exhaust pipe, that's the way our gases are flowing. So we add this J-pipe in. When sound, or the gases, travel down the pipe, they suddenly go down this 90-degree joint. What they do is they'll run all the way down here, hit the dead end that we're going to put there, and then bounce all the way back into the main pipe. Because this is 1/4 the wavelength, they come back shifted half. So that wave meets the original wave and completely cancels out that sound, that frequency, which is the same as how noise cancelling headphones work. So hopefully that will eliminate our drone. Now, to fit one of these, you'll need to measure a few things. You need to know the frequency of your exhaust drone. You can do this with an app on your phone. Mine is around 110 Hz, but it doesn't need to be exact. Once you have these numbers, you can use maths to find out what the wavelength of the sound is. Alternatively, if you're number inept like me, you can get ChatGPT to do it. So the smart robot tells me that the pipe needs to be around 80 centimeters. Now, all of these measurements are a bit rough, especially since temperature can also play into these numbers and change the length. So I'm going to build the dead end with an adjustable slide cap so that we can tune it once it's on the car, find the place that cancels it, and then clamp it tight. And then we'll see if we can get it to fit somewhere. Okay, so step 1, we took the flexi joint out, straight pipe to the back box, cut this back a little bit to make room. That means the J-pipe can now run off probably here-ish, and then run down out and then down this empty space. There's a lot of room up here.
The first step was to cut the section that joins to the main pipe at 90 degrees, and I don't have a proper pipe cutting jig or hole saw. So instead, I'll be doing it freehand with an angle grinder. To help with this, I made some paper templates out of sticky labels in the shape of half moons. This gives me at least a rough guide to mark the flange shape needed for the pipes to join. Then it was on to cutting.
Okay, so we have a result that I think, for a first attempt, is not bad.
So this is the parts loose fitted together to show the design. You can see how the J-pipe runs off the main section down and alongside the back box, leaving space for the adjustable slip end which will allow me to tune the exhaust. Next job was to get it all welded together.
Alright, so today's the day we're welding everything up. We're at a mate's workshop. We've done some practice welds on this piece. The idea is, well, you've already seen, but this will obviously all get welded up and then just go straight in the car. So we'll just give it a go. Oh, I blew a hole in that one.
Maybe we turned up too much.
Yeah, I think I just shit. So this was the first bit that we needed to weld properly. It's not the neatest, but it should hold, should be alright. The next tricky job is to cut this circle out. So
This hole cut with the grinder isn't exactly my best work, but it should do the job once welded.
We've done this bit, oh it's pretty good, this is good, now it's time for this to just be joined to here permanently.
Once the J-pipe was finished, I took a flat piece of steel and welded it onto some pipe to create the dead-ended slip joint. We then cut off the excess to leave it rounded.
So, this is where we've got to. Pretty good, it's all welded up, even put a bit of reinforcement here. This is the end adjustable cap. That's going to go in there, probably needs a little bit of oil. So we've then got the end cap, dead end, this is adjustable. Let's put it on the car.
Go for it.
The socket's not long enough. Right.
I was hoping it would be an easy fit to the car as I'd measured everything as best as I could. But as with any project, there's always a few things you miss.
Oh, I see, because that's got to go up there. We have two issues touching the control arm, because this is going to drop lower. Yeah, so first issue is it fouls the bumper. We could trim this though, so that's fine. Much bigger issue is that this is fouling the control arm, and when the suspension drops, it's going to foul it even more. So we're going to have to rethink this a bit.
In this case though, we got lucky. Once the bumper was cut to allow space, the whole assembly was able to drop down a few centimetres and sit correctly, leaving plenty of room for the suspension arm.
That smells way better.
Does it?
Yeah, way better. Oh my god, that's so much better.
Doesn't drone at all.
No.
Is this chair secure?
No. It's still a bit boomy. It's almost there though.
Over the next few days, I adjusted the slip end bit by bit until the drone was almost entirely gone and I had an end result I was happy with. But it needed just one more thing to improve the sound.
Alright, so quick bonus on the end of this video. I got given this lovely cone filter by a friend. I know it'll probably lose power, but it'll sound good. The dog's howling, isn't he? And I think we're just going to fit it, see what it does. Yeah.
Okay, so to begin, the old airbox and filter had to come out. I'm only removing the top half of the airbox as the filter can rest in the bottom half quite nicely, but mainly because the lower half is still connected to a nice cold air feed at the front of the car. For now, I've also disconnected the mass airflow sensor so I have some more room to work. The old airbox also had this sound deadening foam in it, which seems to fall apart the moment you touch it, so it's probably good that that's going in the bin. Once I was happy with the fitment, I used some Jubilee clips to tighten everything back up, then reconnected the mass airflow sensor. At this point, it's mostly finished, but this secondary air pump hose was connected to the top half of the airbox, so it needed a filtered air source. I've seen some people delete the pump system entirely, but to keep things simple, I just ordered a mini cone filter to put on the end of the hose, solving the problem. I did this the next day, so it's not there in this next clip.
That's pretty rough.
So that's it. Overall, the sound of this Z3 has been seriously improved for less than half the cost of an aftermarket system. Although it's been a lot of work, I'm very happy with the result. That's it for this one. Please consider subscribing. New project coming soon. Thanks.